job. I'm a veterinary surgeon. I have been diagnosed with epilepsy for nearly 6 years now. I was going to town with a few people. I was driving and I had a seizure behind the wheel and crashed. I was confused. I didn't know what had happened. One minute I was driving, the next minute I was in an ambulance. There was my car with no roof on it in the background. I could see my life changing within half an hour, and that was, I was confused and I was scared. So the actual having a seizure was completely new. I'd never experienced it before, and yeah, following that was my diagnosis a few months later. It was not fun. So, you know, despite it being quite common, it's sort of, well, as I found out sort of firsthand, it's quite a taboo subject to talk about. So in that way, it's sort of quite isolating. You're almost put on kind of, not socially shunned, but people are always quite nervous being around you. I was at a low point. I felt isolated and I was completely lost with regards to where do I go. I didn't know what to do with myself, so I called the helpline. It was, I mean, the first time I called, I really did just feel alone. So calling up and, you know, actually having someone on the other end of the phone who, you know, either knew exactly what they were talking about or had first-hand knowledge of themselves is, you know, is very, very good. Because I didn't know anyone who had epilepsy. I didn't know anyone who'd had seizures, for that matter. So knowing that they were there and getting, you know, the tailored support was very useful.
I think it gave him what we probably couldn't, in the sense that there was always that helpline available to him, and he probably could say things to a stranger on the line that he wouldn't necessarily say to his parents. And I think there is an advantage there, that you can surprisingly say something quite direct and honest to a stranger that you probably wouldn't say to your nearest and dearest. So I think that was an advantage to him.
You know, it's a phenomenal service. Whether they, you know, give you advice or just listen to you moan, you know, having someone that you can relate to is brilliant. It's helped me come to terms with what I'm dealing with. It's not a taboo anymore, both for other people and myself. The support I got from the Epilepsy Action Helpline changed my life. This Purple Day, you can help more people with epilepsy get that support. Donate today and help us to be there evenings and weekends and change even more lives. Your donation could answer the call that leads to a life free from seizures. Create more support for people with epilepsy. It's your call.